Hi everyone, this is Melinda from MTZ Crew Designs. Welcome back to another tutorial from the Paint Couture creative team. Today I'm going to show you how I used an old canvas from my children's playroom that they had actually outgrown and turned it into a really cool piece of upcycled art. I used a lot of fun products from Couture Paint and iFlex wood products to complete this transformation. This was actually a very special commission request from my daughter after she saw this beautiful decoupage paper from Whimsykel Designs. So the first thing I did was paint over the image that was originally on this canvas using Paint Couture's Premium Plus 2-in-1 primer in white. After that had completely dried overnight, I made sure to measure my placement of this paper because the canvas is a little bit larger than the paper. So I just want to make sure that everything fits appropriately. I'm going to be adding a lot of iFlex wood products, so the placement of the paper is very important. I always take lots of pictures as I'm planning out the placement of the iFlex products. That way I don't forget where things go. So now I'm going to start by misting the edges of my paper so that I can easily tear off the edges. This way, when I'm painting and blending around the image, there won't be that stark contrast of a straight line from the paper's edge. It's okay if the tear is not perfect because I can resolve any of those image issues when I'm blending out the paint. To adhere my paper, I'm using Paint Couture's Decoupage Medium and Matte, and I apply the medium working in small sections and carefully pushing out any air bubbles in each section. Then after I'm happy with the placement, I'll add another coat of the Decoupage Medium over the image and allow that time to dry. So once the paper is dry, I'll begin adding the iFlex wood products. I'm going to use Titebond Quick and Thick wood glue to adhere these molds, and I also use my blow dryer to add a little bit of heat to help the molds become bendable as needed. And I also feel like it kind of helps the glue dry quicker and speeds up the adhesion process. For framing this paper, I'm using a few of the scroll drops that are sold in pairs. And I'm also using this flower rosette at the top to join the scroll drops. This Dreamcatcher mold is so incredibly special though. It's a beautiful companion to this paper, and it'll also complement my daughter's Dreamcatcher collection on her wall. The iFlex wood flowers are so cute, and they really provide for added dimension on an upcycled canvas art project like this. The only pieces that I'm not immediately adhering to this is are the flowers. The reason why is because, as you can see here, the image is very detailed, and since I don't want to go through the trouble of blending the paint over these molds to match the image behind it, I'm just going to paint the molds in pitch black chalk style paint and add them at the end. So hang tight and you'll see that process in just a few minutes. Now that the iFlex wood products are completely dry, I'll start painting a layer of Night Sky acrylic mineral paint around the image. Night Sky is my absolute favorite navy blue color. It's such a striking blue, and it's a perfect match for this night sky image here around the buffalo. So after the first coat was down, I decided I wanted more texture, so I'm using saltwash powder to thicken up some of the night sky in the chalk style line. You just need to measure this out according to your specific needs. For what I'm wanting to do, I'm measuring this out to bring the paint to a brownie batter consistency. I'm also using a few other blues from the acrylic mineral line to provide some contrast to this night sky and provide a nicer blend with the decoupage paper. Now I'm using several different colors from Paint Couture's acrylic mineral line and the chalk style line of paints to blend this color in the paper. The decoupage paper has some of the most intricately drawn prairie and mountain landscapes. So I'm using several different sizes of artist brushes and a fan brush here so that I can really achieve the illusion of added texture. So this decoupage paper has such a fun image, so I do take a few liberties and try to make it my own with the blending. I'm introducing new colors to the painting along with different shapes throughout just to give it a fun but cohesive look. So now that all of the blending is done, I'm going to add these flower molds that have been painted in pitch black. After applying them, I just use a small artist brush to clean up any of the wood glue that may have seeped out from behind them. Although this particular glue dries clear, I still want to clean up the area around it as much as possible. Now I'm going to apply imitation gold leaf to the edges of the canvas. To do this, I'm adding a thin layer of gilding glue all the way around, and I'm going to give this time to dry and come to a tacky state. Then I'll add the gold leaf and try my absolute hardest not to be messy about it. So I try to use every part of the gold leaf and apply it anywhere I see gaps. Then I rub the gold leaf down really well and start to flake it off with a small artist brush. And as a personal tip, I like to keep baby wipes handy for this process because they pick up the excess gold leaf very well and it's kind of less of a mess for me that way. After the excess gold leaf has been flaked away and cleaned up, then I apply a layer of Paint Couture's top coat in semi-gloss to varnish the edges of the canvas and ensure that the leaf is sealed underneath. Now I'm going to add something really cool. If you love things that sparkle, but you haven't tried Paint Couture's glass metallic paint, this is your public service announcement. I'm using sheer indigo on the outside area of the canvas, and it is absolutely breathtaking over the night sky color. Just completely wow. I'm now using Luxe Metallic Paint in bronze to put an interesting textured look throughout different areas of the image. And as one final embellishment, I'm using a gold gilding wax to highlight all of the iFlex wood products for some added shine. And you can tell it just takes it up a whole new level. So pretty. And here she is. This upcycled canvas art was so much fun to create. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And that wraps it up for today's tutorial. Again, I'm Melinda from MTZ Crew Designs. Thank you so much for watching. And if I've inspired you to create with any of Paint Couture's paint products, please feel free to use my affiliate link that will be located down below, along with the full list of all the products that I used today. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the amazing content that our Paint Couture creative team is putting together for you. Have an awesome day, everyone. Bye.